Mike's still not on.
I know.
I won't introduce myself at that point.
It's too early for projection.
All right. I see it.
Yes. I'm Eric Stewart.
Well, what's going on now? Okay, hi, hello, I'm Todd Abercorn.
Who's this? Oh, there I am. I'm Jenny Markey.
Give Todd a mic.
And I sound like snot. I'm Monica Rialli. I'm Jennifer Seehee.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Klein, and just to clarify, I'm not a voice actor per se. I'm a voice director and producer, and have the opportunity to work with all these fine and wonderful people.
All right, so if anyone has any questions, come and line up down the aisle.
Another Team Natsu, Team Gray. Yes, well, Team Natsu.
Not Team
Yes! Hey, director, I found a script where he's helping me so I can pitch an animation. How would I go about hiring voice actors? Would I go for the studio?
Oh.
Like if I were to say hire Todd.
Klein, how would that happen?
How would you do that, Jonathan Klein?
How would I hire voice actors? Okay, well, let me explain to you how that works. First of all, when we have a show or a video game, we have what we call a casting process. Sometimes we will contact specific people because it depends on the project. Maybe they've done that character before. Like when we did Marvel vs. Capcom 3, we contacted all the actors who worked on Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. But then on the Capcom side, we hired the people we worked with on Street Fighter, but we had other people that we had to bring in, new people. So we had auditions. And I would call up people I knew, or call up agents and say, hey, we have these characters we need to fill in. And the agents would then send out, we'd send like samples of scripts to them. And they would go and send it to the actors they think would be most appropriate for those roles, and they would record an audition for us in that character. And then I would listen to it, and my director would listen to it, and then we would pick out of, let's say we get like 15 to 20 submissions for a character, we would pick what we think were the best 5. And then we would send that to the client, which in this case was Capcom Japan, and they would say, okay, these are the ones you want, that we want to use. Now when it came to anime, it's a little different. Anime, we have a lot more creative control. Usually the director and the producer for the studio get to make more of the final casting decisions. So when we do a show like that, we may say, oh, you know what? I think somebody like Monica Rial would be really good for the show, or Todd.
Hey, okay, there we go. Thank you.
Both of us.
All right, yay!
Or Todd, you know, but I wouldn't want to just pigeonhole myself and just use only people I've worked with before. So I might call up other people and say, hey, are you interested in auditioning for this? Or in some cases, I've even put casting notices in major trade papers. Like there's one called Backstage West, or Drama. Well, Dramalog was used to. Yeah, and you know, we would put things in there, and depending on if a show was union or non-union, you know, we would put those specific things in there, and we would get submissions usually as MP3 demos, or some people sent us CDs, and we would listen to it, and then of course we would decide, okay, these people sound interested, let's bring them in, and then have them audition for the roles, things like that. So that's how it's done, basically. Either you have a talent pool that you work with and you build from there, or you start contacting agents to start creating a talent pool from their talent pool, basically.
It's so funny to see the different type of casting that goes on. Like when you hear about Daniel Day-Lewis and Spielberg talking about how he cast that movie, and it's like, well, I sent the script over to Daniel, and he wouldn't look at it for like a year. But that was okay. Like in any other business, that would be like, you're out. we're not dealing with you. But Daniel was like, I'll look at it in a year. And then he was like, I need a year to prepare for the role. It's like, in our world, it's like, can you do this next Wednesday? You can't? Okay, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah. Sometimes, in fact, when we do auditions, we have to be like super secret about what we're auditioning for. We have to keep it under wraps. So we can't even tell the actors what they're auditioning for. Like when we did Street Fighter, we couldn't tell anybody, okay, you're coming in to read for Street Fighter. Even when they were doing the characters, we were like, you don't know who this character is, even though they're saying Hadouken.
That's what Kyle was saying when he auditioned for it. So Kyle Aber's Ryu, he was like, he goes, I can't tell you, he was telling the engineer, he goes, I can't tell you what this audition is for. And he goes, okay, roll it. My name is Kyle Aber. Hadouken! You can't say anything. But yeah, and the code words for the video games and stuff, like I remember when we did, when we worked on, I think it was on Black Ops 2 Call of Duty, I think the name of the game was like Yellow Pea. It really was. And then when we did like Final Fantasy, I think the title of that game was like, you know,
Yellow Pea.
Yes.
We just call our code name for the video games Yellow Pea.
Yeah.
It just makes things easier. It confuses the hell out of everybody. Well, I just auditioned for Yellow Pea last week.